Welcome to Passport Podcasts, a series of podcasts created by seniors for seniors. Joan McHardy is a philosopher, activist, and world traveler. Born in Victoria, she has been a teacher and was the executive director of the Together Against Poverty Society. As a member of the James Bay New Horizons community, Joan is an active writer, photographer, and is now exploring painting and drawing.
Sandra wanted to go to an art class at the local rec center. She had been to art school and wanted the discipline of a class to do something creative. For a time that suited us, we had a choice between calligraphy and watercolors. I told Sandra I couldn't do calligraphy because I was left-handed and would smudge all the carefully crafted letters. We decided that painting would be the better class for us. I like watercolor paintings. Maybe I could do some clouds drifting over the Salish Sea like Tony Only, or the long black lines of the prairie by Tanabe. It didn't look that hard to do. Sandra had all the supplies. I just had to show up. There were 8 of us in the class. We all looked a little insecure. The teacher was an older woman with her flowing gray hair and colorful patchwork quilt jacket. She looked just like an artist. She showed us some of her work, mainly pretty flowers. Then she said in a cheery voice, "Let's get to work." She gave each of us the same picture. It was a picture of a goose. "Draw the goose in your sketch pad," she said. I looked at the goose, and the goose looked back. I don't remember drawing anything since I was a child. How do you even start to draw a goose? Now for the feet. They were an awkward shape and hard to draw. Those feet had to fit on the page. I was finished. I looked at my goose. It looked back. It was a good-looking goose. How did I do that? I had drawn a goose. The next step was to decide on a color for the background, and I decided on purple and yellow. I know now that was not a very good choice. More pastel would have been better. But I was going for it, and I am not a pastel person. I wet my brush and painted the background purple and yellow. Then we had to paint the orange beak and feet. Sandra had already mixed the orange. That was good. I'd forgotten how to get orange from 2 colors. The next step was to find a pale blue-gray color to contour the body and to contour the neck. This made shadows on the goose, so it looked rounded as a goose ready to cook for dinner. My goose was no longer the stark white color of the paper. I was shocked again by how good my goose was. How did I do that? I asked myself. I had expected to make a few artistic strokes of white and gray and blue for the Tony-only clouds, and ended up drawing a goose and coloring it. I had created a pretty damn good picture. For my first effort at painting in watercolors, it is, in fact, an amazing picture. By looking me in the eye, that goose taught me a few lessons. The primary lesson is that I should not underestimate my abilities. If I had known I had to draw a goose for the class, I would have said, "Oh, I can't draw." I probably would not have even gone to the class. I am now looking forward to attending the next class. It is so easy to say, "Oh, I am not an artist," or "I can't do that." Or why should I even try? We miss so many opportunities by saying no. Inspired by the Goose, I Googled to see if left-handed people can do calligraphy. The answer is yes. There are special brushes and pens for left-handed people, and even fast-drying ink. My school teachers would have been so happy to see my work smudge-free because of fast-drying ink. Geese are noisy and particularly vicious creatures when angry, but one goose taught me many lessons for which I am very thankful.
Joan McHardy is a member of the James Bay New Horizons community, participating in the Writers Group and the Photography for Everyone group. She is a contributor to the Passport to Joy and Connection program and is committed to fighting agism and to exploring her untapped potentials. Today's music was composed and performed by Kevin MacLeod of incompetech.com and is licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 attribution license. Passport to Joy and Connection is a program of active companionship for seniors to share adventures, knowledge, and joy. For more information about Passport to Joy and Connection, you can visit our Substack site at passporttojoyandconnection.substack.com, or you can contact us by writing Passport to Joy and Connection at gmail.com.